comfortable seat. Sitting tall, rolling back your shoulders, lengthening through your spine. Shutting down the eyes and dropping into our gentle Ujjayi breath. Tuning into the vibration of the Ujjayi as it moves through the back of the throat. Following the pathway of the breath as we draw our awareness inwards. Feeling the temperature of the breath as it enters the nostrils and exits. Expanding the lungs, feeling how far the lungs expand. And then we'll scan through the rest of the body, holding tension anywhere unnecessarily. And dropping the awareness into our heart space where we tune into the deep rhythms of the heart and any intentions that may be vibrating, oscillating at the heart space. Place. Let's bring the eyes back open and inhale, circle the arms to the sky to begin to move. And with our exhale, left hand to the earth and stretch our right arm up below. Holding it right there with an inhale. And stretch a little further with your exhale. Inhale, arms back up to the sky. And then the right hand to the earth, left arm up and over. Holding there with an inhale. And with your exhale. Inhale, reaching tall again, arms to the sky. With an exhale, a twist to the right, bring the hands down and look over the right shoulder. Staying there for an inhale. And for your exhale. And then inhale, arms back up high to the sky. And to the other side, to your left side. And there with your inhale. And with your exhale. Arms back up high to the sky. And then exhale, bring the hands back down. Good, let's flip over onto your hands and knees. And just starting to move a little free form here, just tuning into how the body's feeling today. As always, being mindful, respectful of where you're at. You can always take a break, leave things out, make adjustments that feel right for you. A little bit of focus on the hamstrings and maybe a little bit through the quads as well. So get the whole legs stretched out and opened up. The hands and knees now, little cat-cow rhythm. We'll inhale and look up to the sky. With your exhale, hunch the spine, look down towards the navel. Inhale, arching the back, looking up. Exhale, hunch. Inhale, arch. And exhale and hunch. Now let's bring in the right leg behind, so lifting up the right foot behind with your inhale, arching. And then exhale, draw the knee in towards the nose, curling the body. Inhale, arch the leg behind. Exhale and curl. Inhale, arch. Exhale and curl. Now let the leg go behind, stretch it out. Keep the right hip down, and then the left arm to opposite leg. Stretch that out in front. And then we'll bend the knee and reach behind with the left hand, take a hold of the right foot if we can. If you can't quite get it, then the hands towards the right foot. If you can take a hold and lift the leg up, there we start to invite a little stretch into the quad of the right side. We're also getting a little back bend there into your kidneys and adrenal glands. And then slowly release that out. Shake out the right hand if you like. And then other side, left leg behind with your inhale. Exhale, curl the body, knee in towards the nose. Inhale, the leg behind. Exhale and curl. Inhale, the leg behind. Exhale and curl. Inhale, behind, then stretch that leg out. The left leg extends behind, hips are square. A little engagement of your core. Right arm releases out in front. And then bend the knee, reach behind and take hold of the foot, lifting the foot up high. And then gently releasing that knee back down. Shaking out the left wrist. Walking the knees up to the top of the mat. Taking the feet hip width apart, a little wider, roll out the calf muscles and then sit back between the heels, little virasana pose. Maybe a supta virasana. Lean back. You might just keep the hands there. Maybe we could come onto the elbows. Just pausing there for a few breaths to go a little deep into those quads. Looking up or even behind. Good, and we'll come back and do that a little more, a little deeper, a little later, but let's come back up in the hands out in front. Tuck the toes under and then step back and find our downward facing dog. Bring out the feet a little there in the down dog. Down dog, let's inhale the right leg to the sky, step through with the right foot, drop the left knee down and find a lizard lunge for a moment, so we get into the hips as well. So the hands are on the inside of the right foot, encourage the hips down towards the earth. Staying right there, we'll bring in the elbows down if the body allows. Enjoy breath all the time, breathing into your hips. flexor stretch there as well. Then coming back onto the hands, walk the right foot into the middle of the mat and then straighten the right leg. So you lean back with the bottom, lean forward with the body. And then we welcome in the hamstrings to the practice. Hold it there for a few breaths. Breathing into the hamstrings. Try and square the hips so your right hip back, left hip forward. Back to your lunge, spread the fingers wide, tuck the back toes under, downward facing dog. Left leg to the sky, step through with your left foot and work the same choreography on the other side. So walking the foot out to the edge of the mat, hands are on the inside of the left foot. And just hanging there or dropping the elbows down. Too far, using a block or a cushion is always an option. Putting to both your hips on the left side, but also the hip flexors on the right side, which also feed into the quads there. Good work, then coming back up and walking that foot in to the middle of the mat and then leaning back with the bottom forward with the body for your hamstring stretch on this side, half Hanuman. Then coming back to the lunge, hands to the top there, step back to your downward facing dog. That downward dog to a high plank with our inhale. On the high plank, let's drop down on the knees and then elevate the body slowly down to the earth. Inhale there to Bhujangasana, the cobra, roll the shoulders back, lift the heart. Come back down. Let's do that again with an inhale, lifting up, Bhujangasana, cobra pose. And back down, and take the hands out to the side, so you're different variation of cobra on the fingertips there. And then press up and lift up, so your elbows above the wrists, in line with the shoulders. And then back down, hands by the chest now, press onto the knees. And all the way back up to your downward facing dog. Inhale, our right leg high to the sky. Stepping through with the right foot, left knee to the earth. Arms through and up in the hand. And exhale, sink there into your lunge. Reach up, lengthen, inhale. And interlace the hands behind, stretch the arms back. Hold there for another inhale. And for an exhale. Inhale, reach the arms back up to the sky. Place the hands down and then lean back and straighten the front leg. Come back to your hamstring stretch for a deep inhale. And for a full exhale. Inhale, back to your lunge, hands to the top, step back, exhale, downward facing dog. High plank on your inhale, on the knees, or if you like, Chaturanga coming down. Inhale, do one single cobra this time, and then back down and press back up to your downward loving dog. Now the left leg high to the sky, stepping through with your left foot, right knee to the earth, arms through and up, inhale. And exhale, sink deeper there. Reach up, lengthen, interlace our hands behind, stretch the arms back. Hold there for an inhale and for a full exhale. Inhale, arms back up to the sky, hands down, and then leaning back. Straighten the front leg, inhale, and lean further forwards with your exhale. Inhale, coming back to your lunge, and then exhale, downward facing up. High plank on your inhale, on the knees or your chaturanga exhale. To your cobra now, or your upward facing dog. And exhale to the downward facing dog. Right leg to the sky again, inhale. Stepping through with the right foot, drop the left knee down, keep the hands down, walk the foot out to the edge of the mat, so coming into that lizard lunge again. This time work a little variation, so leaning forward a little so you come onto the top of the left knee, so you can then lift the left foot up behind you. So here we're going to get into those quads a little more. So the left foot lifts up behind you, not comfortable for some, so don't force it if it's not comfortable, you don't need to. But if you can, then reach behind with your right hand and take a hold of your left foot behind you. And that's where the quads come in to say hello again. Now either staying there or potentially to go even deeper, bring the left elbow down to the ground and turn the head to look over your right shoulder. Hold it there. Then gently release the left foot, bring the left toes back down, hands to the ground, and step back to your downward facing dog. Inhale for a high plank, on your knees or chaturanga halfway. Inhale to cobra there or upward facing dog. Use the core to press back to the downward facing dog. The other side, left leg lifts high, stepping on through with your left foot, and then hands down on the inside of the left foot, right knee down, leaning forward a little, so sliding onto the top of the right knee so you can lift up the right foot. Again, working with this one just as far as you can. The hand might be just reaching towards the foot. If you can take a hold, grab a hold. And we're twisting into it a little as well. We're looking over the left shoulder. We either stay there or potentially bring the right elbow down to the ground. And that's the quad saying hello. Getting into your left hip there as well, which is nice. And gently release, bring the hands back, bring the foot back down, and stepping back to our downward loving dog. Right plank inhale. Your knees are up, chaturanga exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale to your downward facing dog. And then bring the knees up to the wrists, up to the top there, and coming back to Virasana, knees together, roll out the calf muscles, sit between the heels, and then the hands behind to support, maybe down onto the elbows. And if you're able to, you come all the way to lie back for a moment, lifting the bottom up, tucking the tailbone under, and potentially stretching the arms behind the head. So don't force that one, of course. Just go to whichever point feels right for you at this point in time. One option here, of course, is to have a bolster behind us. It's more like saddle pose like we do in Yin. We'll come out of there now, so bring the elbows back to the ground if they're behind us, lifting our body back up. And then coming forwards to place the hands there to the top of the mat. Step back to our downward facing dog. From the downward dog, walking up now to the top of the mat. And then holding onto the backs of the legs to fold the body forwards over the legs. Relaxing the neck and shoulders. Encouraging the head to hang free. A little bend in the knees if you need, but lifting up through the tailbone, rib cage towards the thighs. Release the arms and roll ourselves up, nice and slowly, vertebra by vertebra, head coming up last, rolling out through our shoulders up the top there. Stepping our feet together, circle up the arms, interlace your hands and point the index fingers high. Inhale as you press to the sky, exhale, stretch over to your right side. Inhale back to centre, lengthen, and exhale over to your left side. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale again to your right. Inhale, reaching high. And exhale over to your left. Back to centre, hands in prayer, prayer to the heart. And from the top of our mats, let's bring in our flow. Let's inhale the arms to the sky. Exhale as we bow forwards. Inhale for a halfway lift. And exhale, fold further over the legs, fingers down. Left foot steps back for a high lunge. Arms float up, inhale. And exhale, sink deeper into your lunge. Inhale, reach up and lengthen. Hands come down, stepping back to the downward facing dog. And there to our high plank, inhale. And the knees or our chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward dog or combo. And exhale to the downward facing dog. Right leg high to the sky, inhale, stepping right leg on through, exhale, arms through and up, high lunge, inhale. And steady exhale. Reach up and lengthen, inhale, hands to the top of the mat. And step forward, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. And wind our way back up, inhaling, arms to the sky. And with our exhale, prayer to the heart. Other side, arms float up, inhale. Exhale as we bow forwards. Inhale for a halfway lift. And then exhale, folding further over your legs. We'll step back with the right leg. Float the arms up for high lunge on this side. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach up, lengthen. Place the hands down. Step back to your downward facing dog. Inhale to high plank. On the knees or a chaturanga halfway. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to the downward facing dog. Raising left leg high, inhale. Stepping left leg on through, exhale, arms through and up, inhale. And steady exhale. Reach up and lengthen, inhale, hands to the top of the mat, step forward and fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. And work our way back up, inhaling, arms to the sky. With our exhale, prayer to the heart. And there, reconnect to your breath. And beginning our next round with Nataraja, the dancer pose. Get back into the quads. Let's bring the weight into the right leg. Then the left knee, and reach behind with the left hand, taking a hold of your left foot. And then the right arm out in front. We lift the arm a little, lift the leg up behind, try to keep the knee in line with your hip. Nataraja, the dancer, or Natarajasana. Shiva doing the cosmic dance. Then releasing the left foot into your high lunge. So you release the left foot, float it behind, and the arms through and up. Inhale. And exhale. Reach up and lengthen, hands come down, step back to your downward facing dog. Downward dog to high plank. Chaturanga or on the knees, half plank. Upward facing dog, inhale. And downward facing dog with your exhale. Right leg to the sky. Stepping on through with the right foot. Arms through and up for your high lunge. Inhale. And exhale. Reach up, lengthen, open up to warrior two. Drop the left heel down, arms out to shoulder height. Holding it there for inhale. And a steady exhale. Right palm flips up, lean forward. And sweep up and back for a peaceful warrior. Left hand down the left leg. And then straighten the front leg. Trikonasana. Might walk the back foot in a little, reaching forward with the right arm. So creating a little space under the right armpit. And then right hand to the inside of the right leg. And left arm to the sky. Draw that left shoulder, left hip back. Spiral the energy from the earth up through the soles of the feet into your hips. And then free through the spine. Good work. Then we'll bring the hands down either side of the right foot on the ball of the back foot for another balancing pose, our half moon balance. So we'll walk the hands forward a little, lift up the back leg, the back foot. Left hand could be on the left hip, right fingers on the ground or using a block to stabilize. Stacking your left hip above the right, and then potentially the left arm reaches to the sky as well. Chandrasana, half moon balance, and then the left hand comes down, left leg stays up for now as we square the hips, and then gracefully bring the left foot back to meet the right, and bow forwards, halfway lift, inhale, exhale and fold, and then wind our way back up, inhaling, arms to the sky. And exhale, prayer to the heart. Good work. Let's repeat that on the other side. Spread the toes of your left foot for Natarajasana. Right hand takes hold of the right foot. Stretch the right leg behind and the left arm out in front. Lifting that leg up, keep the knee in line with the back hip. With the right hip, right knee in line with the right hip. So you try not to flare the knee out to the side. So a little back bend, of course, opens through the shoulders, but nice and good stretch for the quad. Then releasing that right foot back for your high lunge, arms up, inhale. And exhale. Sink into your lunge. Reach up and lengthen. Hands come down. We'll step back to our downward facing dog. Downward dog to high plank. Inhale. On the knees or chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to the downward facing. Left leg high. Left leg steps on through. Arms through and up, high lunge, inhale. And exhale. Reach up, lengthen, open up, warrior two. Hold in there together with our inhale, shoulders back. And exhale, seat nice and up. Left palm flips up, lean forward, sweep up and back in peaceful warrior. And then triangle pose, Trikonasana, straighten the front leg. Back foot can step in a little if you like, reach forward, and then left hand to the inside of the left leg, right arm reaches high to the sky, stacking the shoulders, right hip over the right shoulder over the left shoulder, right hip drawn back, spiraling the energy from the earth and back to the hamstrings there, and working with the side body and the hips, all sorts of areas of the body work in Trikonasana. And then to release, bringing our hands down either side of the left foot and launching into our half moon balance on this side, fingertips out to the side to stabilize. Right leg lifts up high, you might have the right hand on the right hip, and then potentially the right arm up to the sky. Ardha Chandrasana, the half moon. Bring the right hand back down, the right foot meets the left gracefully. Now forwards and then the halfway lift, inhale. Exhale and fold, and wind our way all the way back up, inhaling arms to the sky. Exhale, prayer to the heart. Take a moment there to reconnect to your breath. And we'll work one more round, adding on a little more to the mix. Let's spread the toes of the right foot. Nataraja to begin with. Hold onto the left foot. And right arm out in front, left leg lifts behind. And float that left foot back, finding our high lunge. Arms up, inhale. And exhale. Reach up and lengthen, hands come into prayer, leaning forward, and the twist to the right. Left elbow to the outside of your thigh, and your heart towards your hands. Hold there for a couple of breaths. Back leg nice and firm, or back knee down if you need. Option to spread your wings to deepen that twist if you like. And then we'll place the hands down and step back to your downward facing dog. Downward dog to high plank. Onto your knees or chaturanga down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale to the dog facing down. Right leg to the sky, stepping the right leg on through, arms through, inhale. And exhale. Reach up, lengthen, open up to warrior two. Holding there with an inhale. And steady exhale. Right palm flips up, lean forward and sweep up and back in peaceful warrior. Straighten the front leg. Maybe walking the back foot in a step for Trikonasana. Triangle pose, right hand to the inside of the right leg, left arm to the sky. Holding there for a breath or two, drawing that left shoulder back, left hip back, spiraling the energy up and through the earth, into the body. Now inhale, bring the right arm back up. Walk your right foot out to the side a little. Bring your left foot in a little. Square the hips to the front, hands to the hips, roll the shoulders back. Quads'n'hammies now. So left foot is flat to the floor now, so we need to angle it right out. Roll the shoulders back and then either interlace the hands behind or bring the hands into prayer behind the back for Quads'n'hammies. So here we keep the front legs straight so that we get back into the hamstrings. We inhale, open through the heart, and then with our exhale we bow forwards over the right leg. Hold there for a few breaths. Next inhale, bringing ourselves back up, release the arms and twinkle the hands back up to the sky. And then circle the arms down, bring the hands either side of the right foot, step the left leg further back, drop the left knee down. Hanumanasana now, full monkey god pose. So walk the hands in a little, slide the right leg further ahead, and then you can shuffle it there, slide the left leg back, essentially doing the splits. So we get both into the quads, the hamstrings and the hip flexors. Wonderful pose for all of those muscle groups there. Of course we don't need to be doing the splits, we only go as far as you can split. So most of us staying there, maybe some of us bringing the hands into prayer and potentially the arms all the way up to the sky. Good, hands come back down. If they're up, we'll slide the right leg back just enough to flatten the right foot again. The mat sometimes likes to come with us. Lift the back knee off the floor and then walk the hands over to the front for your Ardha Chandrasana now, a half moon pose. So left leg lifts high, left hand can be on the left hip, we can reach up, or we can bring in the bind for another variation. We bend through the left knee, reach for the left foot with the left hand, and lift the knee high. Vada Ardha Chandrasana. Good, then releasing left hand back down, square the left hip and bring the left foot back towards the right foot and now forwards. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale and fold, and then wind our way back up. Inhale, arms to the sky, and with our exhale, prayer to the heart. Take a moment there, reconnect to the breath. And then repeat all of that on the other side. Hopefully you can remember all of that. Spread the toes of your left foot for Nataraja first of all. So standing on the left leg, the right hand reaches for the right foot, left arm out in front, lift the leg, keep the knee in low. And then floating those toes all the way back for your high lunge, arms up, inhale, and exhale. Reach up, lengthen hands, come into prayer, leaning forward and twisting to your left now. Bringing the twist, right elbow to the outside of your left thigh, heart towards the hands. And then staying there or spreading your wings to deepen that twist if you like. And then hands come down, we step back to the downward facing dog. Downward dog to a high plank. And chaturanga on the knees coming down. Inhale to cobra there or upward facing dog. And exhale to the downward facing dog. Taking our left leg to the sky. Stepping through with the left foot, arms through and up. High lunge, inhale. And exhale. Reach up and lengthen, open up to your warrior two. Holding there for an inhale. And for your exhale, left palm flips up, lean forward, sweep up and back, peaceful warrior. Straighten the front leg, maybe walk the back foot in a step, Trikonasana, reaching ahead with the left arm, bring the left hand down to the inside of the left leg, and right arm to the sky, spiraling the energy there. Inhale, bring the left arm back up, walk that left foot out to the edge, bring the right foot in a bit, so we bring the hands to the hips and the hips are square to the front. And then either bringing the hands interlace behind the back or into prayer behind the back for our Purusvottanasana. Draw the shoulders back, open through the chest and bowing forwards. Keep that front leg straight now so we can say hello to the hamstrings again. Next inhale, bring ourselves back up, release the arms, twinkle the hands up to the sky. And then circle the arms down, bending through that front knee so you get the hands down. Drop the back knee down, slide the leg back, and then slide the left foot forwards as far as it goes into your splits, your Hanumanasana. So staying there again on the hands, maybe blocks is also a good option, or the hands in prayer. In front of the heart or above the crown. Hanumanasana. Monkey God. Good work, and then we'll bring that left foot back in. Watch the mat, doesn't come with it. Adjust as you need. And then from there, into our Ardha Chandrasana, so walking the hands forward, left fingers out to the side or on a block, right leg lifts high, right hip over the left hip, and the right arm to the sky, or that possibility to find that bind again, reaching the right hand for your right foot and lifting the right knee high. Ardha Chandrasana. Slowly release the right foot back down, right hand back down, then the right foot to the top of the mat. Halfway lifting, inhale. Exhale as we fold, and then step the feet out hip width apart, finding our squat, our malasana, and our arms between the legs. Hands there in prayer, roll the shoulders back, lift the heart, and shut down the eyes. Awareness into the third eye center. Resting there, mind free from thought. The eyes back open, releasing the hands behind to stabilize it, and then pop over onto the knees for our Ustrasana, camel posture. Bring the hands to the back of the hips here, roll back the shoulders, into arch of the back, lifting the heart, tucking the tailbone under, pressing the hips forward. You can stay right there, or if it's available, bring the hands all the way to the heels. Pressing the hips forward, looking up or behind. Arms back to the back of the hips. And sit down to your heels. And then coming back once more to Supta Virasana from there. We're still in the back bend mode and thigh quad stretch. So sitting between the heels, roll the calf muscles out to the side and then lean back again. So you could just be bringing the hands behind you. That's as far as you need to go. You could go onto the elbows. You may need a bolster. Or we come back all the way. If we come back all the way, lift up the bottom, tuck the tailbone under so you will lengthen through the lower back and potentially in the arms behind us. Relaxing. Whichever point you're at, always the option to come out early if you need to, of course, but if you can, stay a little longer. And the elbows back down to reach for the feet and then I want you back up all the way. Now coming forward into classic child pose, nice and slowly, and the back the other way. The hands beside the feet, bring the forehead to the mat. Take the knees a little wider, sometimes that feels better for the hips there. From there to the pose of the rabbit with the option to work with an inversion if you like. So hands next to the knees, hands to the fore, roll onto the crown of the head and then lifting the bottom up towards the sky. So we might just stay there, we roll the shoulders back, we get a little bit of pressure on the crown of the head. Come down anytime you need. If you want to go further, you could tuck the toes under, straighten the legs. Potentially, go further still, bring the knees to the backs of the upper arms into a balancing pose. And ultimately, the full tripod headstand if we straighten the legs all the way to the sky. Back down wherever you're at. Dropping the knees back down, drop the bottom back to the heels, and then make two fists and rest your forehead on your two stacked fists. Bring the head and heart at the same level. Equalise the blood pressure after being upside down somewhat there for you. We'll sit back to the heels and roll back the shoulders a couple of times. And then drop the right ear to the right shoulder, left hand towards the earth, and the right hand around to the left side of the head, just to get that stretch through the side of the neck and top of the shoulder. fingers to the right side of the head, bring the head back up and then tilt the head over to the other side. The left ear towards the left shoulder now, left hand to the right side of the head. Fingertips press the head back up. Sit over to your left side now. Drop the bottom over to the left side. Swing the right leg around to the other side of your left thigh. Rearrange the buttocks so they're both comfortably on the ground. Option to have the left leg straight if you need. Tucked under if that's okay. For our spine twist, classic spine twist. Left arm extends out, then the left arm wraps around the right leg. The right arm extends behind us, right fingers to the floor, or the right back of the hand over the left hip, or potentially threading the arms between the leg for a bind. Drawing back with the right shoulder, lifting the heart, and looking over the right shoulder. Back to centre, follow through with the arms over to the other side for a little counter twist, hands down almost come to kiss the ground. Pushing ourselves back up, unravelling the legs and then re-ravelling them the other way. So right leg either straight or tucked under, left leg over the right. Both buttocks to the earth, right arm extends out, wrap the right arm around your left leg and bring the left arm behind. Hand to the ground or the back of the hand to your hip, or potentially interlacing the hands between the leg, lifting our heart and twisting, looking over your left shoulder. Back to centre, following through the arms over to the other side for our counter twist, almost coming to kiss the ground. And then push our way back up. Release the legs, stretch out the right leg, left foot to the inner right thigh for your Shavasana now. High on your sit bones again. Arms float up to the sky, toes are pointing to the sky of the right foot. And then we bow, we hinge from the hips, bow forwards, hold on to the leg or the foot if we can reach. Keep the length in the spine as we draw the rib cage down over the right thigh. Release arms through and up in the hand. Exhale, circle the arms back down, place the left hand behind you, and then lift up your left knees to the floor, right arm over the right ear, stretching through the side of it. And gracefully back down, switching sides now, left leg straight, right foot to the inner left thigh, high on the sit bones. Toes of the left foot high to the sky, arms reach up, and then hinging from the hips, holding onto the leg or the foot here. Lengthen and extend forwards. Arms through and up, inhale. Circling back down the exhale, right hand to the ground behind us, lifting up on this side, left arm over the left ear, lengthen through the left side of the body. Gracefully making our way all the way back down. Move both legs straight, bring the hands behind you and fingers in towards the body for our reverse plank. Let's lift up their toes towards the floor. Lift the hips high, look up or behind. Always come into tabletop if you need, bending the knees, but otherwise, legs straight, keep lifting the hips high. Slowly make our way back down. Let's find our way all the way back down onto our backs. Finding there our happy baby. Finding there in the happy baby. Or the shoulder stand. I mean, if you need a restorative variation with a block or a cushion underneath the hips, just lifting the legs up to the sky. Or the full shoulder stand, if that's for you today, lifting the legs up and over the head and then using the hands to support the back as we then raise the legs up to the sky. And any variations there, anything that feels right, just work in your own time. Making our way back down, nice and slowly, nice and gently. Once we're down, extend out the legs, bring the arms underneath. Quads'n'hammies, the fish pose. Extend the legs out, press into the elbows and lift up through the chest, sliding the legs forward and just tilting the head behind. Sliding our way back down, release the hands from underneath, roll the head a little side to side, making any final movements or adjustments. Grabbing any blanket, socks, whatever you like for your Shavasana. We need to lie on our backs. Closing the eyes. Letting go and giving in now. Nowhere to go, nowhere to be. Just resting in our stillness. Our mind set free. nice and gently. And to deepen your breath, give your fingers and toes a wee wiggle. Stretch the arms up over the head, fingertips to toe tips. Stretch out through the body. Of course, feel free to stay in your Shavasana as long as you like. If you want to come out with me, roll over to the side. And then making our way up to sitting. Sitting up tall, rolling back through the shoulders, lengthening through the spine. Take a moment there to reconnect to your breath. Shut down the eyes. Notice how you feel. Pray in front of the heart, working our Om together to seal our work. Together on the out breath, take a deep inhale. Taking a bow of respect and deepest gratitude for each other.